How to boil pasta. Hi, I'm Anupa and I welcome you to Sanjeev Kapoor Khazana and a warm welcome to a series of cooking for beginners. So what do we do today? Today we'll see how to boil pasta. Pasta is something which everybody loves, be it kids or adults, and it is something that you can give in your tiffin boxes, you can have it for your cocktail parties, or you could just have it when you're not feeling too good. But the main trick here is to know how to boil pasta, for which I have some ingredients with me. Dry pasta, this is fusilli, some olive oil, salt. Okay, so now that we've seen the ingredients, let me tell you one thing, that what I have here is fusilli. Fusilli is one kind of a pasta. So similarly, there are various other types of pastas. For example, penne, there's farfalle, there's spaghetti, there's tagliatelle, there's fettuccine, there's lasagna, and the list is just too long. But fusilli, penne, farfalle are quite popular. They're easily available in most of the stores. So I've got this pasta for you. Okay, pasta is something which is made with durum wheat. Durum is a type of wheat which makes pasta. And pastas, again, there are various types. There is fresh pasta, fresh dough pasta, or something like this, which is commercially available in stores, and this is dried. So we will first see how to boil pasta, since this is the basic step towards making any pasta in any other sauce. But before you make the sauce, let's first see how to boil this. What I have here is a nice deep vessel in which I have already put water to boil. So the water is boiling, and before we put pasta in this, we have to first put oil. Why do we have to put oil? Is because pasta is quite starchy, and when it cooks, the starch sticks to each other. So the pasta, once it cooks, it will all stick to each other if you don't put oil in this. So after you've added oil, we will put all of it inside, and we'll also put some salt. Salt is basically for taste. Put a little excess because we are going to drain off all the water. So in that case, we will have to have a good amount of seasoning onto the pasta. So put a little excess salt. Okay, after we've done this, we'll just give it a light mix. That's it. And this will take anywhere around 12 to 15 minutes on high heat. Do not lower the heat. Basically, you have to let the water boil. So let it cook, and after about 12 minutes, we will check to see how the pasta is done. Now, pasta basically belongs to Italy, and in Italy, people prefer it al dente. When you say al dente, which means to the bite. So when the pasta is cooked, it is kept little raw. Why? Because you need to have that bite to the pasta. So that is how it is traditionally cooked. Now in India or various other places, people may not like that al dente pasta, which means it is cooked to the bite. You can go ahead and cook it for 15 minutes. So you will have absolutely soft pasta. Especially if you have kids at home and who enjoy eating pasta, I would advise you that you cook it for 15 minutes till you have nice good pasta. After 15 minutes, what happens is the pasta will disintegrate. It will start breaking into smaller pieces because you are overcooking it, so which we do not want. So as far as possible, try and put pasta into boiling water so that you save out on that much time that the water would take to boil. So in boiling water for about 12 minutes, you will have good pasta. For 15 minutes, you will have absolutely soft pasta. Maybe your kids at home will like, and you also may like if you don't like it a little raw. So see here, it has again started boiling. Just give it one mix, and if you want to save out on time, I would advise that you cover it. No harm as long as there is sufficient water and the pasta has enough room to boil, because after the pasta gets cooked, it will swell double in size. So if a pasta is about 1 inch, after it is cooked, it will be about 2 inch. So it's simple logic here, and after 12 minutes, we'll see how pasta is done. Okay, so it's been about 12 minutes, and let's see how the pasta looks. Lovely, it's cooked al dente. I'll show you how do we check that. Just take some out on your chopping board, and we just cut this. This dot in the center, which means it's slightly raw, is what I mean by al dente. This is perfect for people who like their pasta al dente, but for others, we can cook this for another 2 or 3 more minutes, and this will be done. So now, since we have cooked the pasta, we'll strain this. Now I have two more things to tell you. Now if you were to make this immediately, I would advise you to put this directly in your sauce and toss it up and serve your guest. In case you want to cook this a little later, what I would advise is you take some oil and just drizzle it over the pasta, and you keep this aside so that the pasta doesn't stick to each other and you can use it a little later. But if you ask me, my personal opinion is you first make the sauce ready, and then once the pasta is cooked, just drop it into the sauce, because the pasta is fresh and it just tastes amazing. Another reason why people cook pasta a little underdone is because once you add this to your hot boiling sauce, it further cooks. So which is why it has to be cooked slightly less, as in 12 minutes is the time that you should cook your pasta for in boiling water, and then the remaining cooking happens in the sauce. But there are some preparations where you just take pasta, olive oil and some garlic, and you just lightly toss it and that's done. So in this case, there's no great cooking happening. So in that case, you may have to cook it for 15 minutes. But this is something that you will eventually learn as in how you make more pastas at home. So this is your first step towards it. And also remember that if a pasta is bigger in size, it may take even little more time. Like fusilli took about 12 minutes. Even penne would take about 12 minutes, but in case you have to boil a pasta which is a little thicker in size, maybe a rigatoni which is in shape of a wheel, which it may take a little longer time. So this is something that you will actually learn as you boil pastas. There would be some flop shows, but that's fine because pasta tastes good whether it is overcooked or undercooked. I like it both ways. So what I suggest is you make this pasta this way and then toss it up in some lovely sauce and serve it to your guest. So this is it. This is a simple step towards cooking of pasta. We will eventually see how to make a pasta sauce, and so you'll have a complete meal ready. But right now, boil the pasta just the way I have shown you and you'll be very proud of yourself.